Hi my dears. Assalamu alaikum. How are you? All are fine? Okay. Today we are going to discuss our new chapter, adverbs. What is the name of our chapter? Adverbs. Okay. An adverb is a word or phrase that tells us more about a verb. Verbine kurichu kudalayitte parayunnathaanu endu adverbs. Then an adjective or another verb, an adjective or another adverb. Then adverb tells us when, where, why, how often, to what extent something happened. എത്ര അതിൻ്റെ തീവ്രതയൊക്കെ പറയാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ടാണ് നമ്മൾ എന്ത് ഉപയോഗിക്കുക, adverbs ഉപയോഗിക്കുക. Tariq slowly walked back home from the market. How? It's give the answer of how. Then I have my dance class tomorrow. When? The children are playing outside. Where? My neighbor takes his dog out for a walk every day. How often? The water is extremely cold. Then what extent? Adinokke answer tharum endu adverbs aanu alle. Underline the adverbs in these sentences. All of you. Ravi laughed nervously. Yes, nervously. We will leave for go tonight. Then here what is tonight? Then quietly, third in fourth sentence, which is that usually, and fifth one yesterday, sixth one daily, seventh one carefully, and eighth one now. Okay, fill in the blanks with the correct adverbs to complete the sentence. Okay, then that's your homework. Then all of you turn your page. Then we are going to kinds of adverbs. How many adverbs we have? Okay, then adverbs of manner tells how the action take place. Some examples of adverbs of manner are quickly. All of you underline quickly, safely, hungrily, and brightly. Okay, then we are going to move adverbs of kinds of adverb. ഇപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ പറയാൻ പോകുന്ന adverbs എത്ര തരത്തിലുണ്ടെന്നുള്ളതാണ്. അതൊക്കെ already I think we are studying in our 7th standard, right? Okay, the first one adverbs of manner. Adverbs of manner എന്ന് പറയണമെങ്കിൽ ഏതൊക്കെ words വരണം? Adverbs of manner ന്റെ examples, which are they? Quickly, safely, hungrily, or brightly. Then Dhiran quickly completed. Okay, then that is adverbs of manner. Then adverbs, so underline adverbs of place, another kind of adverb. Adverb inde mattoru taram. Adverbs of place tells us word and action take place. Some example of adverbs of place are outside, upstairs, there, nearby, and everywhere. Okay, the students went downstairs and stood outside the art room. Then adverbs of time. It shall, tomorrow, already, now, recently. അപ്പോൾ അതൊക്കെ കീവേഡ്സ് ആണ്. ഇങ്ങനെ വന്നാൽ നമുക്ക് എന്ത് ചെയ്യാം, ഇത് ഈ അഡ്വേർബ്സിൻ്റെ ഈ കൈൻഡിൽ പെടും എന്ന് പറയണമെന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ we want to study these keywords first. Okay, then which is the next one? Adverbs of time. Adverbs of time is over. Then adverbs of frequency tells us how often an action happens. Okay, എത്ര തവണ അല്ലേ, how many times. Then some examples of adverbs of frequency are rarely, ever, often, frequently, occasionally, annually, and twice a week. Understood my dears? Okay, then mother usually shops for groceries on Sunday. Have you seen? Okay, then every day two words in adverb that means daily. Every day one word that used to adjective in use followed by a noun. Every day adverb ആണ് every day, but every day ഒരുമിച്ച് എഴുതുന്നത് എന്താണ്, അതൊരു adjective ആണ്. Listen, I try to do some exercise every day. Have you see? Then traffic jams have become an everyday problem. Have you see? Adjective ആയിട്ടും adverb ആയിട്ടും മാറുന്ന ആൾ ആരാണ് ഇവിടെ? Every day. Listen my dears. Every day. No, every day is adverb. That is here. If we write completely every day, that is adjective. Don't forget. Okay, this is adverb. Then adverbs. So next is adverbs of degree. Adinte endana extent. Tells us the extent of an action. Some examples of adverbs of degree are really, much, extremely, just, almost, quite, and very. Rahul was deeply moved by the story. Then Shuhana has just finished cleaning bicycles. Then relative adverbs. Joins two sentences or clauses using when, were. Relative clause എന്നൊക്കെ പറയുന്ന പോലെ we studied when, were, why എന്ന് വെച്ചുകൊണ്ട് എന്താണ് കമ്പൈൻ ചെയ്യുക അല്ലേ. This is the hotel where we stayed. Okay, then sentence adverbs such as obviously, usually, normally, unfortunately. Okay, then modifies an entire sentence or clause and expresses the author's opinion. Ideally, he should have informed us in advance. Unfortunately, it began to rain just as the match started. Okay, then underline the adverbs in these sentences, write their kinds. Okay, all of you listen my dears. But earlier we studied adverbs in the kinds. Adverbs of manner, adverbs of place, adverbs of time, adverbs of frequency. Then every day we studied every day. Then adverbs of degree. Then relative adverbs. Two sentences combine. Then next sentence adverbs. Sentence adverbs also we studied. Obviously, usually, normally, and unfortunately. Okay, then based on these all things we want to complete some here. Underline the adverbs in these sentences, write their kinds. Vipin went upstairs to his room. What is that? Word upstairs. Adverbs of place. Understood? Which is the adverb here? Vipin went upstairs. Upstairs is the adverb. That is adverb of place. Then Sebastian in reaching Bengaluru tomorrow. Tomorrow nammal padichadana. What is that? Adverbs of time. Then third one, Munir often goes out to watch film with his friends. Often eda frequency. Good, frequency. Then that's why I told you that you want to study that keywords by heart. Okay, then which is the next one? Amrita lives in a very friendly neighborhood. Very, what is that? Adverbs of degree. Right, very, yes. Curiously, Manas has never visited the museum. Never. Then give me curiously. What is that? Curiously, where we saw. Obviously, ideally, curiously. First verumbo. That is sentence adverbs. Then it is starting to get dark now. Now, adverbs of time. Then Ridish remembers the streets where Yasmin lives. Were relative adverbs. I met Shamli for lunch yesterday. Were I met Shamli for lunch yesterday. Yesterday time. My uncle's house were relative adverb. Then this is the music loud enough degree. Okay, enough degree. This passage tells us the dictionaries are made. Underline the adverbs and write them in the correct columns in the table. Okay, that's your homework you want to do. Then we are going to discuss position of adverbs. Where we can put our adverbs. We are going to discuss the position of our adverbs. All of you read the position of our adverbs. There are many different rules that tells us where the different kinds of adverbs should be placed in a sentence. However, a general rule is that an adverb should be placed as close as possible to the word it modifies. ഏത് വേർഡിനെയാണോ മോഡിഫൈ ചെയ്യുന്നത് അതിൻ്റെ കൂടെ തന്നെ വെക്കണം എന്നാണ്. I always share my lunch with Ratnakshi. Understood? Okay, adverbs can also be placed between an auxiliary verb and main verb. ഇങ്ങനെയും ചെയ്യാം. എങ്ങനെയാ? The rain was suddenly cancelled. Auxiliary verbിൻ്റെയും was അല്ലേ, main verb cancelled, അതിൻ്റെയും നടുക്കും നമുക്ക് ഉപയോഗിക്കാം. Then here are some more examples of how adverbs are placed in sentences. Faraz quickly ran across the room. Faraz ran across the room quickly. It was windy outside. Then outside it was windy. These are correct. Okay. Then you want to read that all examples. Then here we have underline the correct options to complete these sentences. How we can underline correct option? Okay. Janagi. Give me Janagi. Goes often or often goes. What is that? Often goes. Janagi often goes to watch plays by herself. Then Jitendra never sleeps. Good. Jitendra never sleeps until late in the morning. It seldom takes me more than 40 minutes to get ready for school. My bus is usually the first. Okay, my bus is usually the first to arrive at school, so we reach the assembly much earlier than the others. Much earlier than the others. Good. Fifth one, read. The architect always finds a way to build houses around the trees. Farhan greedily eyed the chocolate cake that was almost ready to be served. Nigida worked hard to do well in her examination. Okay, put the words in the correct order to make sentences. Okay, my dears, how we can circle the adverbs. Once we Berlin visited December in. How we can? Give me. We visited Berlin in December once. Once we visited Berlin. Once we visited Berlin in December. അങ്ങനെയും പറയാം. എങ്ങനെയാ? എഴുതിക്കോ. Once we visited Berlin in December. Once we visited Berlin in December. That once in, we want to circle that once. Cold was in Berlin extremely. It was cold. It was extremely cold. Good. It was extremely cold in Berlin. It was extremely cold in Berlin. We went sightseeing every day. We went sightseeing every day. Which is the adverb in 2 second? Extremely, right? Okay. Then here third, we went sightseeing every day. That every day is the adverb. We often visited Uncle Nath who lives there. We often visited Uncle Nath who lives there. Often is the adverb. We often visited Uncle Nath who lives there. Next, fifth one. Auntie Nath would sometimes bake cookies for us. Auntie Nath would sometimes, you want to circle that sometimes bake cookies for us. Bake cookies for us. Sixth one, bake cookies for us. Uncle Nath played chess with my cousin Naina. Uncle Nath played chess with my cousin Naina every day. Uncle Nath played chess with my cousin every day. Okay, every day is the adverb. Then Uncle Nath visits seldom India. Uncle Nath seldom visits India. Seldom visits India. Seldom want to circle. Uncle Nath seldom visits India. Okay, dears. G. Fill in the blanks with the correct adverbs. Anila walked towards the cat. Anila. Slowly. Walked towards the cat. Slowly. Slowly is the answer. Slowly is the answer. Slowly is the answer. Then which is the next one? Second, we decorated the room dash with balloons. Frequently, we decorated the room frequently with the balloons. Shobna usually goes to sleep at 10 p.m. Usually. Then fourth one, only. Fourth one, only. Fifth one, always. Sixth one, every day. Seventh one, yesterday. Ticket. Eighth one, rarely. Ninth one, never. 10th one, ever. 10th one, ever. Then one adverb for several words. Adverbs can be used to express something in a single word that would otherwise require several words to explain. I have told you again and again. അതിനൊരൊറ്റ വേർഡ് എന്താണ്? റിപ്പീറ്റഡ്ലി. മനസ്സിലായോ? അപ്പം മോർ അഡ്വേർബ്സിന് ഒരൊറ്റ അഡ്വർബ് മതി. മനസ്സിലായോ? ഹിയർ വൺ അഡ്വേർബ് ഫോർ സെവറൽ വേർഡ്സ്. മോർ വേർഡ്സ് നമുക്ക് എന്ത് മതി? ഒരൊറ്റ അഡ്വേർബ് മതി. ദെൻ ദ ജഡ്ജ് ഡിസ്മിസ്ഡ് the appeal quickly without any formalities. The judge summarily dismissed. Understood? അതിനുള്ള ഒരു ഒറ്റ വേർഡാണ് summarily dismissed. Okay, then all of you H. Match the adverbs to their meaning. Match the adverbs to their meaning. Willingly. Willingly. With full agreement. First C. Okay, I will give you the letters. Okay, speed up dears, do it. Then second E, without a break, continuously without a break. Third G, fourth A, speed up, fourth A, fifth I, sixth J, seventh H, eighth occasionally, once in a while B, ninth F and 10th D. Complete these sentences using adverbs from exercise H. A reception was held dash for a chief guest. Ceremoniously. Then I have done the work partially. Good. Partially. Speed up. Partially. Third one, the title ones participated in the games. The little ones participated in the games enthusiastically. I joined this school willingly. Fifth one, our principal is affectionately. വാത്സല്യത്തോടെ എന്താ വിളിക്കുക പ്രിൻസിപ്പലിനെ? ദീദി. affectionately. Go into the sea carefully. Mrinalini is constantly on the lookout for new ideas. Constantly. Eighth one, once the obstruction was removed, water flowed freely. We go to Tirupati occasionally. It has been raining continuously. Then write the adverbs from the box next to their meaning. Occurring every 2 years. Every 2 years വെക്കുന്ന ഏതാ? Okay, that's your homework. I think you can easily get. Okay. Perennially, annually, and monthly, daily, seasonally, or biennially. Okay. Okay, my dears. Then that cross across, down across also your homework. Then I think you understood adverbs. We already studied now 7th standard. I told you that adverbs, its kinds we discussed, and we discussed the exercise also. Then if you have any doubt, you can call me and do your homeworks today itself and send in our groups. Okay. Okay, my dears. Thank you.